Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those who are new, my name is the Eclectic Witch. So I share monthly videos of tarot readings for the star signs, as well as pick-a-pile videos and witchy related things as well. So welcome to this video today, where I'm going to be talking about self-care in a magical way. So you can incorporate these types of self-care for those who aren't necessarily witchy as well, but I do like the witchy spin, so to speak, on this type of self-care. So I'm coming to you today with my favorite cuddly jumper and my cuppa as well in my favorite cup. So, I like to get up in the morning and I like to put on some comfy clothes, move my body, get into the day and become present, I guess, as well. Like feel my body, feel how I'm feeling in my mind, my emotions, physically as well. So when we become more mindful, we start to be in tune with ourselves. So I think that is really, really important as a starting point for the day. I really don't believe self-care has to be this big ordeal where you spend hours and hours and you're having to set aside time where you're doing self-care, because let's be honest, we don't have time for that. We're all busy people. Like if you have children and if you have a busy work life, like self-care doesn't have to be this big thing. And there's also this perception that self-care is selfish, and really it's not. It is so not selfish to have and practice self-care. It's an essential need that we have to do for ourselves if we want a really healthy, balanced life, and we don't want to attract certain illnesses that are going to impact on us and therefore shorten our lives as well. So for me personally, I've had a recent diagnosis of Hashimoto's disease, and that has really pulled me into line, because I was someone who didn't practice self-care for a long time in my life. So I'm seeing the importance of it, and I hope this video today highlights for some of you how you could practice more of this in your life, and that it's simple, it's easy, it doesn't have to be this big thing. So thank you so much for joining me, and yes, I will show you what I do. For me, I have found when I'm not present within my mind, body and spirit, this has led me to miss signs and symptoms that my body is trying to tell me that something isn't quite right. An example is a long, long time ago. When I was 13 years old, I dislocated my shoulder while I was jumping into a foam pit during gymnastics. This was my first dislocation. After this, I had dislocated it again and again over the years, until I was in so much pain that I couldn't do everyday things without taking painkillers, which were doing absolutely nothing for the agony I was in. I finally had to have surgery done, and I was forced to do nothing afterwards but heal for about 6 weeks. This was incredibly hard for me, for someone who was such a busy person all of the time. However, what I didn't know was that this was one of the biggest things I could do to help me heal, not only on a physical level, but an emotional, mental, and spiritual level as well. I had reevaluated my life and made some big changes that I needed to make for a long time. One of these changes was the need to people please all of the time, a habit that a lot of us unfortunately suffer from. So here I'm showing you a morning routine I like to do when I have a bit of extra time. So generally what I'll do here is I'll go out to the garden, walk around, have a look at my herbs, go up to my dried herbs as well,
And you'll also see my dog run behind me in the background here. They get excited when I go outside. So here I'm just cutting away at some of the leaves, my dried leaves and things, and I'll just prepare them in my ceramic bowl, and along with my other herbs that I have prepared as well. And I'm just thinking about here, just tuning in, especially if you're walking outside on the ground and stuff like that. It's helping you to really become present in the morning and things like that, especially when we've been laying in bed all night. So I'm thinking about my emotional state. Am I sad? Am I happy? Am I frustrated? My mental state. Am I clear? Am I foggy? My physical state. Am I sore? Am I holding tension anywhere? Like, this is a time to tune in and think about starting the day in such a way that's grounded, and so that you're ready to tackle the day ahead. So next you'll be seeing my altar space, and this is where I go and prepare with some fresh flowers, and I'll go in and light some incense and light my candles. And here I'm just really doing things in a slow and an intuitive way. That's what I really, really recommend. Slow and intuitive. Nothing's fast. Nothing's a job here to do in the morning. If you're treating it like a job, it's you're not going to do it regularly. This is not supposed to be a frustrating thing where you're thinking about 100 million different other things that you need to do during this time. So here I'm lighting some Palo Santo. I'm just cleansing away and just, really getting into a nice, calm, relaxed state of mind here. So I'm just thinking about, what I want to do next. And I'm just putting on some essential oils into my hands. So this really helps ground me too. Like, I like to breathe in the essential oils, rub it into my hands, because I find that scent is such a strong thing during practice, that if you've got some really good smells around you that just help really sort of just do away with your anxieties and things like that, it just really, really helps me a lot to become present. And I'm thinking, here I am, I'm here for me during this morning ritual. So here I'm just also, I'm doing my charcoal incense. I'm just putting some Palo Santo in there. And then next I'll be looking at my cards. Like, what card do I want? What am I really drawn to here? And I'll take them out, the ones that I'm drawn to most. And I'll just set them up in front of me as well. And I'm thinking, just listening to my intuition. What is really drawing me in at this moment? Like, it could be color, it could be something that's catching your eye. Like, in particular, for me, it was the colors during that morning that were really drawing me in. Also, particular decks that I know that are within those bags that I would like to have messages from as well. So that's something that I would really recommend, is just seeing, what is drawing you in through smell, taste, color, sound, feel, and that's just you tuning in to your intuition. It's really, that is what I recommend most. Also, what I like to do is a bit of a meditation. So I've got my crystal here, my amethyst crystal. And I really love this during a meditation, and especially if I want to connect to my higher self, my heart chakra as well, because it's shaped in a heart. I feel that is just connected to the heart as well. So that's what I was feeling for that morning, that it was my crown, my heart, that I was meditating and really, really getting in tune and connected with. So next, what I do is I get my piles ready after my meditation, and I do a shuffle. Like, you might just want to do a card of the day. I know a lot of people do that. For this particular one, I did a little bit of a spread for myself. So I shuffled everything, and And once I was done shuffling, I just laid out my cards, and I just pulled out the ones that I was really sort of drawn to most. So that's what I really, really feel that, you know, you don't have to go in with this, like, I'm going to just draw out like 2 or 3 or 1, or it has to be this, oh, was this the wrong card? Don't think like that at this time, because your intuition will always tell you it is a right card to pull out. You won't ever pull out a wrong card for yourself. It's not possible to do that. You'll always see the ones you're meant to see. So after this, I write down my thoughts from my cards, from my reading. I think about the messages that I've received, the symbols, the colors, the things that jumped out to me at the time. I think a good thing to note is that try not to be too positive, I guess, in such a way, because it's a time to really move deeply within yourself and be honest with yourself. So that's what I think is most important. So here I'm showing you what I like to do if I have time before yoga. And yoga for me, when I discovered it, it was just such a huge transitional point in my life. So here I like to do a bit of singing bowl sounds, sound healing, and I also like to cleanse, as you could see, with the herbs that I prepared earlier. It's something that is, once again, it's about tuning into yourself. This is not a job that you need to do. It is self-care, and it's essential for relaxation. It's great for anxiety and stress and anything that we need to do to disconnect from our daily stresses. So I light my incense, I prepare my candles. I do things in this way because I'm starting the process of tuning into my body and into myself. Like with yoga, it's not a competitive thing. This is all about you. You don't have to be able to do the splits or a figure 8 with your body. You don't have to be able to bend in all fancy schmancy ways like we see on social media. This is about you and being able to release tension and tightness and stress and clearing our aura as well. It's great for these movements date back for thousands and thousands of years, and it's time and time again has proven to help with our state of mind, our stress levels. This is something that I really, really think is so important to be able to put into our daily life, our daily routine somehow. For me, I like to do very slow and gentle yoga in the morning or in the evening. If I have time, I'll light some candles and burn some incense and use my singing bowl. But if I don't have time, I will just go straight into yoga. And I find that I will start to calm my mind when I start doing the movements. And most of the time, it's just about doing it. Like, so I've heard this really great advice from a psychologist. Do the 3, 2, 1. Like just 3, 2, 1, count it down and then go and do it. Because as soon as we start thinking about, oh, I need to do this or I need to do that, we don't end up doing self-care or doing yoga or doing exercise. So I find the act of going 3, 2, 1, I'll just end up doing it. I won't procrastinate, and that's it. So I hope that advice helps somebody out there as well. So here I am showing you a bath ritual I like to do at the end of the day. So this is just so lovely. Like I set up my candles, my crystals, I pour in some bath salts. So this one's good for sore muscles, or sometimes I will put in Himalayan pink salt. Here I'm just really, really tuning in once again into my body, self-love, have my pink amethyst, my rose quartz around me, and I've lit my diffuser with some essential oils too. So I love to pour in some rose petals and some chamomile, dried chamomile for the relaxation and the self-love healing properties in these herbs. And one word of advice, just be careful afterwards and make sure you get the herbs out with a sieve, because I made the mistake of blocking up my pipe from the herbs going down the drain pipe in the water. So just a little tip there for you. So once I've done that, I drop in some essential oils, and I just like ones that are just really, really relaxing, got some beautiful relaxing properties in there. So once again, this is nice and slow and really beautiful routine. Once I've done that, I usually go and grab some books that I want to read, and I'll sit there and I'll just read, tune in, and really, really just get in the vibe of a goddess or god ritual bath, like anything that you can think of that is just going to make you relaxed. As I said earlier, I felt really compelled to do this video today because of my recent diagnosis with hypothyroidism caused by Hashimoto's disease. In a nutshell, it's an autoimmune disorder where the immune system attacks the thyroid gland, leading to the gland to stop producing the thyroid hormone and to become underactive. The thyroid is important as it produces hormones that regulate the body's metabolic rate, controlling the heart, muscle and digestive functions, brain development and bone maintenance. Recently, I found out I had this only because I got some generalized blood tests done from the doctor. As my partner and I are planning to start a family sometime in the near future, this is why I went and got the tests done. However, having an underactive thyroid can lead to pregnancy complications and infertility. So I'm needing to make sure I have the right levels of medication for my condition, and this can take some time to figure out. I ignored the symptoms for a long time, such as weight gain and tiredness. I would fall asleep after work in the afternoons for about 2 hours and didn't think too much about this being abnormal. I would often just battle through it and make up excuses or reasons for it. Now I'm understanding more and more of the importance of listening to our bodies, especially when it comes to food, diet, sleep, and exercise. To help support my medication, I have changed my diet for the better, to eat healthier. I'm being more organized with my grocery shops, staying away from the processed sugars, eating more colorfully, and meal planning. I have also lovely support from my partner too, who helps me prepare meals in the evenings for the next day. If you have people in your life that can help you stay on track, it can be really helpful for the days that you just feel like binge eating Tim Tams or a few glasses of wine. All in all, I hope this video has helped you in some way. Putting this together has made me realize so much about where I am in my journey right now to better health and well-being. In no way am I perfect. I've had bad days where I want to give up and go back to the old habits. However, I remind myself that if I want a long, happy, healthy life with a family, I need to stick to being more mindful about what I'm eating and what I am doing in my daily life to reduce stress. I can't wait to share more with you and will love to hear anything that you do in your daily life that helps you incorporate magical self-care. Thank you so much for joining me and sending you lots of love.